Oh man, Drake is at it with his lame shenanigans again. We got another fantastic hip hop. Why Drake just said he's quitting rap in his next chapter. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. OG members and new members, what's good with y'all? How are y'all doing this week? Oh man, the downfall of Drake really does need to be studied because to me it's weird because I'm just all like, yo, why does it feel like hip hop has turned into like this WWF, WWE type of thing where it seems like everyone's playing a character. There's manufactured, beef and tension and all this stuff. And I feel like it is just taken away from the art. Not saying that there aren't artists who are contributing, but again, just like with other stuff in life, uh small the smaller percentage seems to be the loudest, so to speak. I can't even say a small percentage because Drake is a big artist, but it's very sad to see how he's been taking this loss. You know, it is like just take the loss and get back to making music, you know what I mean? But I guess easier said
Now,
than
at this
done
point with
with
Drake,
the
there
loss
could not
like
be a
that.
rapper more corny than this guy in hip hop if they tried, because
Dang.
currently, with what we are seeing, Drake is continuing to spiral, ruin his legacy, and disrespect rap music as a whole like few people have ever even
Goodness
tried to.
gracious.
As currently, what Drake just did was seemingly take in everything that has been going on around his career and respond to all of the backlash he has been getting by trying to intimidate people like Kendrick Lamar and his label
Oh
as
my
a whole.
goodness.
And really, with how Drake is going about this, it is some of the strangest stuff we have seen from him yet. And now, with what he just told everyone, well, Drake doesn't realize it now. The mistake Drake made is so bad that he is bound to regret it for a very long time. And now, before we go any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It
With
helps
the
me out a ton. And
pinata.
so, now with that said,
Oh
when
man.
it comes to Drake, he has really managed to outdo himself as he just did one of the oddest things he has in quite some time. As in typical Drake fashion, he decided to make his social media posts have more substance than anything on his entire new album did. And now, seemingly, what
Dang.
Drake decided to tell every single person
Jeez.
listening to him right now is really making for one of his all time great spirals, because Drake really tried to address everything going on with his career from the Super Bowl to his album's underperformance to his diminishing presence in the rap game as a whole. And with how Drake is responding, he is trying to stand over the reality of how bad of a place his career is in. As addressing all of this, he said, "You know, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, that answers some questions, especially about the unanswered text you've been sending me." And now with this, as I said, it is baffling that Drake is giving us more substance in
That's funny. He's giving more substance in these social media posts than the music. What's interesting is a lot of people, especially they're trying to say like, oh, this is, meant to Kendrick and everything like that. I doubt that Kendrick was trying to text Drake. I highly doubt that. I highly, highly doubt that. So this has got to be some of the other people who, reached out that may have shown like Kendrick being a winner. And what's crazy is that if you thought of this as a sport, then I guess in some ways, some people do get territorial about like their teams and things like that. Because I was about to say, people who enjoy the sport, I don't think Kobe's gonna sit up there and when he was alive, RIP, you know, it's still crazy to say. I don't think that he was going to trip that there was a fan that enjoyed seeing him as well as can enjoy, seeing someone else and just be excited for the competition. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where it's just all like Drake is moving very, very bitch made. Honestly, it's very sickening to see. Honestly, as a fan of hip hop, as an artist, I do not understand the ways that he's going about all of this. You know, from the collab project with Party Next Door to the lawsuits to these dumb freaking posts that he puts, like especially with the whole Bane and the Super Bowl thing, yo, that did not even happen. You know, like you just got completely worked on live TV, and none of these threats that Drake seems to do, him walking on stage as far as with the bulletproof, the bullets in his, sweater trying to mimic Luke Cage or whatever. It's corny, man. Like I don't understand. Let me know in the comments if y'all can understand. It's like I don't even care to, but I talk about it because we can't be fans of hip hop and not look at this because this is legendary. You know what I mean? It is quite
what
crazy.
he is saying in his captions than in his entire new album. Because where that record gave us absolutely nothing in 21 tracks, Drake is actually telling us something here, although it's an absolute joke that this is where Drake is at and this is what he is trying to do, and really just unpacking what he is trying to tell to everybody. This is some all-time lying and deflecting from Drake, because really, with what he does here, he is addressing a lot about what has been going on with his failure and is telling us what his next move is going to bring more of. But before Drake is going to do whatever he has planned, he is once again trying to make himself look like the biggest victim there possibly is, as he is trying to say that he grew up non-confrontational in the rap game, which is of course a lie, because Drake has been sneak dissing and trying to jump over every other rapper for about as long as he has been in hip-hop as a whole. And I mean, even worse than this, with Drake saying that he always treated rap like a sport where his pen won gold, while there was a time where Drake maybe could say something like that and not get laughed out of the room, you no longer get to act like you were part of the actual competitive cloth of MCs who do everything for the competitive aspect of hip-hop and the art of the genre as a whole, because again, when this sport that you say you have given everything to was at the highest level it has ever been, and of course Drake's beef with Kendrick Lamar, because you were the one who lost that, you ended up making an entire suit where now you are trying to reinterpret what the rules of this sport that every MC has always understood and followed until you just decided to ruin everything even means. So first off, Drake trying to walk in here and act like he is one of the most respected MCs who has done every single thing right is not just a lie, but it's absolutely laughable and ridiculous that you were even trying to get this off in this time. And once again, this is another example of Drake really trying to make everybody think about and question what they have seen in a different way, all to benefit his image. Although again, when you just think about the recent...
He's trying to do some Mandela effect type of things. Like, we didn't just witness what has happened to you. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Yeah, these are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out, because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So anyways, it's crazy. It is crazy. With certain things, it's just all like, you can't even take it seriously because, what? How are you gonna act like none of this happened? How are you gonna pretend like you've been non-confrontational? Because honestly, when I first saw that, I thought he was talking about like the how he grew up in his household, not hip hop. So looking at it from how he grew up in hip hop, it's just like, no, you've had plenty, plenty of beefs, and I love how a lot of Drake fans like to be like, "Oh, Kendrick's going too far, playing it at this. Y'all must have forgot how he did Big Bills. Yeah, y'all must have forgot. Like, he going on tour with them diss tracks, everything like that. Y'all must have forgot. So it's crazy that he is trying to like rewrite all the rules of reality, and it's just like nah, nah. That's why I haven't really been doing much because it's just like other than this, recent social media post that he put saying gonna make him feel uneasy. I, somebody said in a post they was just all like him being 40 still pushing music to teenagers and stuff like that. It is quite crazy. And a part of me is just all like, is he being overly or unfairly criticized or different things like that? And I'm just like, no, no, because you can say, well, why isn't an artist like Future getting the same, type of backlash for the type of music that he makes, and he's older than Drake. I'm not a big Future fan, but some of what I've heard people who have talked about his recent stuff say that it's more mature. It's showing maturity. Anything that I have heard of Drake recently has sound like he has been stuck in like 2015 almost, and he hasn't been able to break out of that. And it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see. But I believe this full video in the description so y'all can check it out. The main thing was pretty much like, this his quote unquote next chapter. What do y'all think his next chapter is gonna be? I personally think that his next chapter should be just taking it easy, regrouping, looking at how things went, and stop crashing out. But I doubt that that's gonna happen. Certain people, they just want to. They if their legacy is gonna crash and burn, they want to be the one to do it. So either way, we're either gonna see a legendary comeback or a legendary crash and burn, and I think that we're witnessing the land. Anyway, y'all, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all. Thanks.